I've been gone 12 days, just 12, showing off my prize bull at the state fair. When I rolled back into my ranch, the sun was dipping low, painting the fields gold. But something was wrong. My gravel drive felt too narrow, hemmed in by shiny new fences and tacky plastic mailboxes. A speed bump sat in front of my old goat shed. I blinked hard, thinking I'd taken a wrong turn. Then I saw them rows of pastel houses, like some catalog suburb, sprawled across my pasture. A flip-flop-shaped welcome sign mocked me from one lawn. My stomach churned. This was my land, my home, and it had been stolen right under my nose. I stepped out of my truck, boots crunching on gravel that wasn't mine anymore. A woman in yoga pants, Lisa Bennett, was watering flowers next door. She had me like I was a thief. "Can I help you?" she snapped. "Yeah," I said, voice tight. "I'm wondering what happened to my ranch." She scoffed. "This is High Meadow Estates, a private neighborhood. No loitering." I pointed at my barn, now painted gray with fairy lights. "That's my barn. This is my land." She smirked. "Check your GPS, cowboy." I wanted to scream, but I held it together. My name was still on a mailbox post, though the box was some fancy communal thing. My cattle fences? Gone. A fake pond with plastic ducks sat where my troughs used to be. My ranch house, built with my dad's hands, was swallowed by these cookie-cutter homes. I knocked on my own door and locked. Inside, granite counters and an open floor plan had gutted my home. A pamphlet advertised open houses. I drove to the county clerk, hands shaking. The record showed a sale 4 months ago. My name is the seller, signature forged, notary fake. Someone had flipped my ranch without a whisper. My lawyer, sharp as a tack, asked one question. "Any federal agency ever want her land?" I remembered Homeland Security sniffing around years back, talking about elevation and radio towers. I'd laughed then. Not now. Back at the ranch, HOA signs sprouted like weeds. A bulletin board advertised potlucks and lost dogs. 2 HOA goons in polos, one with a clipboard, marched up. Name and property code, clipboard demanded. I stared. "This is my ranch." He smirked. "Your barns are community center now. Zumba starts Friday. Vacate by next week." I didn't answer. I just climbed in my truck and called Homeland Security. "If you want this land," I said, "bring your paperwork." Things are about to get wild. A lavender envelope slid under my door soon after, reeking of dryer sheets. It summoned me to a community hearing in my barn, now a multifunctional recreational space, to address my trespassing. I laughed, but it wasn't funny. Monday night, I showed up in my patched jeans and dusty shirt. Lisa stood at the front, flanked by turquoise-clad board members. The barn smelled like peppermint, not hay. She clicked through a slideshow, showing my weathered barn before and its yoga mat glow-up after. She called my presence disruptive and slapped me with $15,000 in fines for levying on my own land. When she asked for comments, I stood. "Do any of you know who built this place? Who kept coyotes off these fields? You bought a lie, and not one of you checked." Silence. They squirmed. I walked out, heart-pounding, plan forming. I pulled every document, deeds, maps, soil surveys. A friend at the agriculture department hooked me up with a private investigator who found the notary stamp belonged to a woman dead 3 years. A foreman, Joe, confessed the developer's team dodged his questions about the land sale. I got drone footage showing 42 homes on 35 acres of my land driveways, fences, even my cattle shelter turned into a tool shed. I faxed it all to my lawyer, the sheriff, and Homeland Security. Then an anonymous email arrived. A leaked HOA memo quoting Lisa. "He's just a dusty cowboy. He'll be too broke to fight." They planned to bulldoze my barn for a spa. That was it. I took the memo to a reporter, Diane, who smelled the story. "This is gold," she said, "but it'll get ugly." It did. A threat appeared under my wiper, warning me to stop stirring trouble. Then Ed Ramsey, an HOA board member, knocked on my door, looking like he hadn't slept in weeks. Over coffee, he spilled. He thought the HOA was legit until minutes vanished and he heard Lisa admit the land wasn't legally theirs. They bribed someone in zoning, he whispered. I told him Homeland was already surveying. His eyes widened. They'll panic. I met a Homeland agent, Mike, in a diner. I slid him my EVY dense forged deeds, drone shots, lease's memo. He nodded. This land's perfect for a field operations center. You just cleared the title. He pulled out a lease agreement. I'd keep ownership, get monthly payments, and any illegal structures those homes would be cleared. I signed, no hesitation. This was my family's land, and I'd fight for it. Within days, contractors swarmed, unmarked trucks and ID badges. Steel fences 12 feet high, sliced through the subby VY Showns Park. Lisa stormed my porch, screaming about psychological warfare. I handed her the lease. Homeland Security, she read, voice breaking. You leased it to the government? I nodded. Your dog parks, your house's theory on stolen land. Notices gave residents 30 days to vacate. Lisa led protests, but agents didn't blink. When she tried unhooking a fence, she got a federal citation on live TV. Headlines screamed, HOA clashes with Homeland over illegal subby VY Shown. Ed's recordings broke the case. Lisa's voice, clear as day, admitting the fraud. An audit uncovered a shell corporation, offshore accounts, forged permits. The developer fled. Lawsuits flew. Homeowners sued the board sued the county. Lisa offered me due law $1.5 million to cancel the lease. I laughed. Homeland's checks were bigger, and my land wasn't for sale. Her lawsuits flopped. The judge called her case frivolous. She vanished, maybe to her sisters, maybe to start another HOA. I didn't care. The ranch changed fast. My barn became a surveillance hub, fiber optics replacing hay bales. Pastel fences vanished, replaced by thermal cameras. Homeland leased more land for a buffer zone, letting me keep cattle while they tested drones. I bought back a lost parcel, started a veteran training center. One vet, Nate, asked what it felt like. Like winning a fight nobody thought you'd survive, I said. The land bloomed again, wildflowers painting the hills. At dusk, I leaned against my grandfather's cottonwood, the one they nearly cut down. The wind whispered peace. This was my land, stronger than ever, backed by truth and federal steel. But here's where it gets messy. Was I right to lease to Homeland, knowing families would lose their homes? Should I have settled with Lisa to spare them? Was this justice or revenge? And what about Homeland's role heroes or opportunists? Drop your thoughts below, like, subscribe, and let's argue it out. Who really won here? Thank you for taking the time to listen to today's story on Store of Good Stories. If this story touched your heart or made you think, don't forget to hit like and share the video to spread this positive message to more people. And if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of the meaningful stories we share every week. Your support is the biggest motivation for Store of Good Stories to keep bringing heartfelt and valuable stories to you. See you in the next video.